I mean, because of the profits, they're not going to cover a large recording budget. So we're using this type of stuff, and we are perfectly fine with it.
You just wait, man. A couple of years, you guys are going to be getting those multi-million-dollar deals and stuff, man. They'll be rolling in.
Yeah. On my phone, I got this song of Cardi B. This artist Cardi B, and the song is called "I Like It Like That." I like to listen to it like every day when I go to work, and she has a line there, something like, "I like million dollar deals with my pen, bitch, I sign it." I think you just described the situation. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm listening to this song every day and waiting for those multi-million like deals to be signed by us.
Welcome to the 26th episode of the Cast That Ends Creation. I'm your host, Chris Deering. This is the show where I interview bands and public figures from the mathcore community. We have emotes now. So if you can subscribe to my channel for $4.99, get access to some of these sick emotes. You can also subscribe for free by linking your Twitch Prime account or your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and you can get early access to interviews before they hit the streaming services and YouTube. So if you missed the show, wanted to hear it right now, all you have to do is subscribe. If you beautiful people in chat have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in. If you're watching this on YouTube, listening to this in your car, have no idea what I'm talking about, the show is first shown live at twitch.tv/thecastThatEndsCreation. You can join us every Sunday and Wednesday for the live cast. With that out of the way, let me introduce our guest tonight who dropped their fourth album, Primal Entropy, back in November. Welcome in Alex of Dysphoria. How's it going?
Hey, what's up? What's up, people?
So tell us who you are, what you do in the band.
Well, I play guitar. I think I'm a mastermind behind the music of Dysphoria. And I do production and some of the management. So, Unfortunately, I'm the only one here. We were scheduling to do this with our senior, Max, but he's ill, unfortunately, right now. So, yeah, I'm going to put it on my shoulders.
Alrighty. I hope he feels
we'll
better,
proceed.
man. So how'd you guys land on Dysphoria for the name?
Well, I know, man, it's a weird story, but we were driving in a bus in 2010 with a Max, with a senior. We were discussing like a possible name for a funny band, because we were intended to make fun of deathcore, because genre, it was already established. And there were a lot of cliches, very stupid moves that we wanted to make fun of. So we decided to make this funny band. Yeah, and Max just proposed this name. Like we have this euphoria name, right? I mean word, and which means a happy state of mind. And then there is a dysphoria. So we really liked the sound of it, and decided to use it as a band's name right there in the bus.
Well, dude, it's a sick name, man. Are you worried about, like, you were telling me earlier before we started that there are other bands named Dysphoria. Are you worried about getting mixed up with them?
I don't know, man. We didn't Google anything. It's only later during these last FM times, when you could use the website, and we saw some hardcore dysphoria from Boston or Chicago from 1993 or something. But we didn't know, man, and it was too late. So we decided, okay.
Well, you also thought it
mind.
was a joke band at the time, right? So you probably didn't put too much effort into it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, man, it wasn't serious. Believe me, it wasn't serious. We released like 2 first tracks with all those breakdowns and pig squeals. It wasn't serious at all.
And now it's like this crazy tech death kind of thing happening. Like it's wild how it's just blown up, man. Like your sound is so much more complex.
Sure, man. I think it's called evolution. I mean, can you believe just playing the same breakdowns for 10 years over and over again? Man, it's impossible. It would be impossible.
Right, and now you got these songs that I have no idea how you can actually remember how to play these things, man. Like they rarely repeat the sections and stuff. Like I could,
never.
Dude, there's just no way that
never.
you can. Like, I don't know how you could possibly remember all these things. So
I don't know. It's visual. I mean, I just see notes on the fretboard, and that's it. That's how I do this.
You're a machine. So you guys dropped your debut in 2010. I'm sure you guys been around a little bit longer. Can you give us Can you give us a brief history of the band?
Yeah, I know. I think it started from with me and Max. Max as a singer and me as a guitar player and a composer of those songs. And we had a band before this. It is called Hedonistic Exility. It was a technical death metal band since 2008. So we met with the Max around 2007 or something during one of the parties. And yeah, I just heard the man doing sick pig squeals. And yeah, and really loud shrieking screams. And so yeah, we decided, why not? So we invited him into that band, to play some technical death metal. And I think this is how our friendship actually started. Beautiful one. Yes, because it's not only a friendship, but a cooperation with us. Because usually I like to say that without the Max vocals, my music is nothing. I mean, my music is, I don't know, it's about his vocals that making this sound, I believe so, unique. You know, so I appreciate a lot his input into the band. And yeah, this is
so
how it started.
you write your music to like to showcase his vocals, then, is what you're saying.
I don't know, man, but I mean, instrumental version of Dysphoria songs are okay, but when we put vocals, yeah, on top, and then listen, the song, like, it transforms into something different. And I like this process, and I'm always waiting for this to come, you know, to spice up the songs with his vocals, and then they like feel complete. It's a very pleasant feeling for us as a composers, you know.
Okay. So what genre do you consider yourselves? On Bandcamp, you guys say you have chug-tastic riffs that you'll probably mistake for breakdowns, which is seemingly your way of trying to distance yourself from deathcore, but everywhere else you guys like list yourselves as a deathcore band. So what would you consider your music?
You know, when this was only a joke, we decided to use this regressive genre. I mean, to emphasize that we are actually making fun of deathcore, because there were lots of progressive deathcore bands at that time, and we wanted to just like to step back and make it regressive, you know, to make fun of those simple breakdowns and pig squeals, you know, and all those lines and moves. And yeah, regressive was like a top genre on Last.fm when you googled our band. And yeah, I think we used that one, regressive deathcore.
But how do you consider yourselves now? Just like technical deathcore, I guess?
Well, I don't know, man. For me, like, technical music is Beneath the Massacre, like Ion Dissonance, all those bands who are really masters of technical death metal and deathcore. And yeah, I think our music is techy now, like techy, but I try not to overcomplicate this as well. I try to keep it, you know, good for like ordinary listener. You shouldn't be a die-hard like technical death metal fan to be able to appreciate and to you know, to listen to our music. So I try to keep things simple, but yeah, we spice it up with some technical riffs, and I think Primal Entropy is the quintessence of everything.
Yeah, you guys aren't technical in the sense that you have like the wheedly-wheedlies happening all the time. It's more complicated because the rhythms are so change so often, and you don't really repeat segments and stuff. So it's more technical in that sense rather than just like trying to masturbate on the guitar. So I can appreciate that.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Also we're into mathcore genre, and so we tried, like, from the beginning, we tried to implement those mathcore riffs into our deathcore breakdowns and the ordinary deathcore riffs. So yeah, I think I cannot say that we are a mathcore band, but we are definitely using some influences and some riffs from this genre, and I hope that we are going to use it like in future as well.
Oh yeah, I could definitely tell you have a lot of like off kilter rhythms and stuff happening. What are your influences going into this? 'Cause I see you obviously have the combination of deathcore with some tech death, some mathcore stuff. You got a bit of the black metal seeping in a little bit. What would you say your influences are?
Uh, like I told you, man, beneath the massacre and all this Canadian deathcore scene with Ion Dissonance, I don't know, Last Felony, they influenced a lot on our music, and I don't know. I mean, we listen to shitload of bands, and I think because of these, we decided to mix all the genres that we know and listen to make this cocktail of different heavy riffs, like from various genres. And I don't know, man. We listened to a lot of mathcore music as well back in 2010, like Dillinger Escape Plan and Daughters. This great Canadian band.
Oh yeah,
And,
man, Daughters is sick.
yeah, starring Janet Leigh for this like more techie deathcore, but also mathcore-ish vibes. I don't know, man. I made this list like several times for different interviews, but I just don't have it around with me. Yeah, the list with all the bands we are listening. I mean, my whole old drive on my PC was filled with all kinds of these mathcore and death metal bands, and unfortunately, it's in the past, so I can't remember all the names. But yeah, we listen to a lot of music to be able to absorb it and to produce something of your own. Ah,
Oh.
what? Yeah, yeah. I was too active. All right, yeah.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Cricket Slams in the chat says that you guys are technical death math.
Technical
like that.
death math. Yeah, I like the sound of it. Death math.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, math. I mean, math metal for me, it's Meshuggah. Meshuggah are like kings of math metal. They invented this thing with the odd time signatures, polyrhythms, and all this stuff. And but I don't know, math metal. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure about math. I mean, we don't have this sound. We don't have this like Swedish sound or the sound of those math bands from Europe and US. I'm not sure. I think we are more into deathcore.
Okay. I do notice listening to your older material back in 2014. I forget the name of the album, but it has has more gent quality to it than what you have now. And it seems like y'all really focused in on trying to make the songs more complex and stuff, but also kind of distancing yourself from this genty sound. Is that like a conscious effort, or is that just like what happened?
I think we had a genty song, like you call it, genty song on this album. I mean, this Satirias 21, and I think it's called Santa Makes Geiger's Tattoo. I mean, dude, this was really a joke. I mean, who names the song Santa Makes Geiger's Tattoo? So yeah, it was a it was a genty song. I think we were inspired a lot again by Meshuggah. And so we decided to follow that sound, you know, of these really low tuned guitars and this heavy chugging, slow rhythm, tempo. I don't know, but I've never been into this genty thing because I think the techniques that are being used in gen, they are overused already. And they were overused back in 2010, believe me. I mean, lots of bands implemented these open note chugs and I don't know. We wanted to get away from this and to create something a bit more complex. I think this is how can you explain the evolution of the band.
Okay.
Yeah. Gent.
So, where were we at? Okay, so what's the writing process like? You said that you make everything, that you write everything out. Do you get input from the other members, or?
Well, the writing process evolved and changed over these 10 years. I must confess that first two albums, I really did some improvisation. So I improvised and put it directly into audio. So I did like demos without any tabs, without any notes. And this was all like improvisation. So after I recorded demos, I started working on them and improving, polishing, and then I did like a clean clean recording. But over the years, I got this idea that you need to have songs in tabs to be able to to make them whole, to make them solid, to make all these transitions, to make them less chaotic. And I think Primal Entropy is the best album in terms of transitions. Like I think from New Transcendence, the guy from New Transcendence, Connor Welsh, he did a pre-release review of this album. So in his review, he wrote that transitions is what we really improved in our music. And I think it's because of the tabs and notes that I've been using already to polish everything, not just to randomly put race into the song, record it, and call it a day, So
Well, you also need tabs so that you remember what the hell you did, because it's all
exactly.
It's stupidly complicated. Man, I'm just listening to it, and you never repeat sections and stuff. Like, dude, I just don't know how you could like play a show and remember all this stuff. Like,
man, you need to practice a lot. And this is the answer for how we do this.
So you help write lyrics also, right?
Well, as I'm quite good at English, and so I'm helping Max with translations. Mostly he writes lyrics because he has lots of ideas in his head about various subjects and topics, like from our reality and from our human lives. And usually we discuss this. I think he gets inspired from lots of like old writers like Camus, Sartre, or guys like that. And he likes these utopia and anti-utopia subjects from the books. So he just shows up with some ideas. We start working on them, and usually we write in Russian or Ukrainian and then just translate it to English. So I'm helping with the translation, but most of the ideas are coming from Max, actually.
Well, as someone that English isn't the first language for, you guys did really good on your lyrics. Like, I even had to break out the dictionary a few times, man. Like,
really?
Like, dude, yeah, they're so I guess flowery for lack of a better term, but yeah, like it's really just as complex as your music. Your lyrics are just as complex as your music.
Well, yeah, man, but it's not because of my English skills are so good. I use the dictionary same as you. Because when I want to translate some complex word from Russian to English, I use dictionary just the same.
So why not write the lyrics in Russian or Ukrainian?
Because in that case, we wouldn't be able to cover international audience, I mean, if you take a look into the stats of a place of our songs, we have a lot of audience. I mean, a lot of audience from US and Europe, mostly from US. I think it's because our songs were in English like from the start. Because if our lyrics were like in Russian, we would be a local band. I don't know. We wouldn't be able to push it outside, abroad, overseas. Okay. So we thought that this would be a professional attitude and professional approach. So from the start, we decided to write lyrics in English. I think it was a nice decision, really.
It definitely increases your appeal across the world.
Yes.
What's it like being I guess deathcore, death math tech, whatever band from Ukraine? What's it like being in the Ukraine?
I'm sorry, are you saying deathcore or deathcore?
Technical death math, I think, is what we settled on.
Because I think I heard deathcore. I mean, like with no ears, deathcore.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is why I asked. Maybe some new genre.
That's what happens after we blast your album a little too loud. We get the deathcore. So what's it like being a deathcore band in Ukraine? Is there a scene?
I think deathcore is almost dead here in 2021. But back some 10 years ago, there were a lot of really good deathcore bands. But unfortunately, they didn't live up to nowadays, to present time. And I think we were friends with a lot of bands playing deathcore here. Um, Damn, man, I can't really recollect names in my head, but there were
It's all
some
good.
really good bands. Mathcore as well. I think it's like Plus Minus. Plus Minus was a really good mathcore band from Kiev. Unfortunately, they are not active anymore, but their music was very chaotic, really nice. And I don't know, man. I mean, 10 years ago, this genre was very popular. We had a lot of bands, lot of shows. It was easy to organize a show and arrange a show and arrange a lineup because you could choose among like 10 deathcore bands. You could choose like 5 or 4, the best one, and make a show. And people would show up. Believe me. I mean, like 100, 200 people. It was really easy to collect them in the venue. But now, I think this genre is like dying here. Uh,
Does it
I don't
seem to
know.
be like? Is there another genre that's like rising in its place, or is it just like metal in general?
I don't know, man. It's difficult because like the past year, it influenced really badly on live shows. There were
Mm-hmm.
some shows. We played 3 shows, but only in the capital of Ukraine, Kiev, in our hometown. 3 shows, and that's it. I mean, compared to previous years, it's almost nothing, man. And but yeah, it's tough. It's tough. We are struggling. I hope this year will be better, and we will be able at least to make some shows outside Kiev, to travel around Ukraine a bit. But I don't know. I don't know. I have high hopes for this, but I can't speak for the future.
I think we're all like hoping that we can return to live shows pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Valentin Callan says that there's a ton of cover bands in your area. I don't know if
Really?
that's someone that you know. Valentin Callan?
Well, maybe cover bands. I mean, like bands like Metallica, of course, they have. I think they have even this kind of official cover band, like Riff Inc. or something. I heard of this. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah, maybe there are some cover bands, local cover bands here, but I don't actually pay so much attention to the scene now because I have my own life. I'm busy with it, so I'm only dedicating my free time to Dysphoria, and that's it. I really don't have time to scroll through some news feeds, and to get in touch with everything that's happening on the scene, man. Unfortunately.
I gotcha, I gotcha. So, where'd you guys record this?
Well, guitars we usually record at home.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's easy, man. I mean, if you when you know the technology, you can easily do guitars and bass at home. And for vocals, you can go to any studio and do it there, just like we are doing. And so yeah, we have our tech, we have our equipment with us, and we are using it for already 10 years. And well, we are fine with that. Fine with that. I mean, I'd love to go to a fancy studio, with a 40,000 budget, I mean 40K budget, yeah, for recording. But unfortunately, this is how we do this because we don't have such kind of budgets for recording, and it's not feasible actually. I mean, because of the profits, they're not going to cover a large recording budget. So we're using this type of stuff, and we are perfectly fine with it.
You just wait, man. A couple of years, you guys are going to be getting those multi-million-dollar deals and stuff, man. They'll be rolling in.
Yeah. On my phone, I got this song of Cardi B. This
Okay.
this artist Cardi B, and the song is called "I Like It Like That." I like to listen to it like every day when I go to work, and she has a line there, something like, "I like $1 million deals with my pen, bitch, I sign it." I think you just described the situation. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm listening to this song every day and waiting for those multi-million like deals to be signed by us. But I think that's not going to happen. So we shouldn't delude ourselves.
You guys did a cover of, I forgot what it was now, but there's a cover on your Bandcamp. Who was it that you guys were covering?
I think it was a joint cover of a Frank Sinatra song, "Let It Snow," and "Hit the Road, Jack." So 2 songs, yes, into one.
So the
cover.
next cover is going to be that Cardi B song, right?
Yes, I'm working on that. Yeah, getting the vibes, you know.
So you guys do mention two studios in the credits for the album. So I assume that was for like drums and stuff then?
I mean, Chaotic Productions is the name of my home studio
Oh,
because
okay.
I used to do a lot of mixing job for local bands. Also for last like 2 years, I'm working with my Czech partner. He lives in Prague. He has this all for band company. So they are covering a lot of like design and video production and sound production for any band who apply to them. So I'm covering the sound part, and I'm using my home studio for this. And the Checkpoint studio is the studio that where we are rehearsing, practicing, and also we recorded vocals there. So this is why we mentioned it in the credits of the album.
Okay, okay. Bandcamp says that you guys are recording this between 2016 and 2020. That's a long
Yes,
time,
man.
man.
Yeah, long time.
Why did it take so long to get this all recorded? Like I could see the writing
Oh,
taking a long time, and then you go into the studio or whatever, you
yeah,
do it really fast. But
yeah.
why did it take 4 years to do the recording part?
I don't know, man. I mean, like since 2014 when we released Apogee, I literally had no ideas. I mean, zero ideas for new songs. We were pretty busy doing some tours around Ukraine, Belarus, Russia, and we had our time and we were a lot into these things. So I didn't have a proper time to sit down, to sit with my guitar and do some, I don't know, try finding some new ideas. And it's only in 2016 I felt that I had something else inside already built up.
Okay.
And the first song, this Fox Purpose, this is the first song that was created for this new album, and
Oh,
it was
really?
in 2016. I think I managed to find this new sound for the band, some new riffs, maybe more technical, more in the technical ballpark. So yeah, this was the start of this Primal Entropy writing and recording. Because when I write the song, usually I try to record it simultaneously. I mean, just to do it and leave it, leave it for vocals, not to postpone it later and try to record all the songs all together.
Okay, I got you. I kind of do the same process for my projects, just like recording as it comes along, kind of like
Yes.
just pulling things out of your mind as it comes to you. So you also did all the mixing and mastering for the album, is that right?
Yeah, I did it.
Dude, that's
I mean,
awesome.
I've been doing this for like 12 years. And I don't know, at this point, maybe back in 2010, maybe we should have hired some like local engineer to do this job better. But, we were so excited about the writing process and we wanted to do this really fast. So we decided to mix it by ourselves. So I've done all the mixing job. I don't know. I think it worked. I
Oh,
mean,
dude,
it
it's
was
really
fast.
good. You
Yeah, it was
freaking
fast,
nailed it, man.
efficient.
Like all
But
the
I
little
actually,
touches,
yeah.
like bits of ambient sounds and stuff. Like where was it? In Shattered Throne, you had the little shotgun thing, and then like rain
Yeah.
at the end and stuff. Dude, it sounds so massive. You did a really good job at like the atmospherics, right? Like not just like putting in the riffs and stuff, but making it sound like a huge thing happening. A huge production. Like you nailed it, man.
Yeah, I get it, man. And that idea was actually Max's idea. So Maxime proposed me to place a shotgun sample into a Shattered Throne in that breakdown. And at first I thought that it was a bad idea, but then after some time I did it. So, and when we reviewed the mix, we immediately we decided that this was awesome actually. So we left it in the song, and yeah, it's there. It's good, kind of good.
Did y'all get the idea from Into the Moat? Because I believe they did that too, pretty famously.
I think War from the Hellrod's Mouth had this
Okay.
tone with a machine gun. Yes, machine gun. Simultaneous doing this like firing simultaneously with a breakdown. I think it was War from a Hellrod's Mouth. But I'm not sure about Into the Mode, but maybe, man. I mean, it's such a simple idea actually.
Yeah.
It's it can be unique, but if put properly into the right place, it probably will sound good.
Oh, it sounds freaking sick, man. What's the reaction to the album been like?
Well, I really enjoyed listening to some podcasts of Mathcore Index and Heavy's podcasts. I mean, the guys did Heavy's podcast did a pre-release review of the album. We were really, really pleased to hear all those warm words and appreciations, of the new album, because when you make music, you don't know which part exactly people are going to like. So yeah, in that podcasts, people actually told what they liked. I mean, those techie stuff, maybe those jazz interludes that we use in our songs. I don't know, man. I think the reception was good, really good.
As you said, it's mostly like people from the U.S. and Europe listening to it.
Yeah, I mean, also we have a very nice local audience from Ukraine, from Russia, from Belarus as well, who are into our music for many years. Some people are right from the beginning. And I don't know, the reception was really good. I can't say that I saw some shitty comments on YouTube or somewhere like... yeah, there were some comments that we were like repeating ourselves, doing the same thing that we've done before in 2014. But I don't know, man.
People said that?
Yes. People saying that like Apogee and Primal Entropy are literally the same albums, just a continuation. I don't know,
get
man.
that at all. That's weird.
Yes,
Man.
yeah. You can say this about like any band. I don't know. Take Beneath the Massacre, for example. They have this kind of they have their own style. They just develop it. They are evolving. But with this mindset, you can say the same shit about them.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
so they have like their own thing, and they're like, I guess, the best at it. But it does sound very similar from album to album. You got made a big change from your last album into this one. Like I was saying, like there's more like kind of jinty overtones on the last album, and this one you're like, and you don't have like the basic generic breakdowns or whatever. It might have been a couple on your last one, but
Yeah.
here,
Great.
it's not. It's completely different. They sound like different bands to me, to be honest. So like that's really wild that people would say that.
I appreciate the word, man.
I see that you guys got some people to like react to your music videos on YouTube and stuff. Like people are filming react videos of themselves watching your stuff. So like. You're starting to reach the YouTuber audience. Like y'all are moving up.
Yeah, that's a good thing. But I think I only saw one video of Kim, like hardcore Kim, that guy.
Yeah,
And,
I didn't even see that one,
enjoyed-
but there's a couple. There's a couple of videos out there.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to Google more, man. I need to Google more.
But yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't know,
man.
really.
Yeah, that's awesome that y'all are starting to like reach like bigger audiences through all that stuff.
I think this is also because YouTubers' audience is also building. So this is why they're covering more and more bands, and I think this is just like a development of YouTube, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing for us as well.
Hell yeah, man. So what exactly is going on with the cover? Like what is
Cover?
that? Yeah, what is that supposed to be? The cover of
Cover.
your album.
You mean this one?
Yeah,
This one,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. What is that?
Well, like I told you, in this band, ideas are being produced by the singer, by the frontman Max. So it was his idea to create this kind of a spiral, like a spiral of life. And
Okay.
yeah, I don't know how to describe like the whole idea. It was, can you imagine like the whole paper of written text of what he wanted to see there, his ideas, and I mean, the idea was really complicated. And when we started looking for designers being able to to draw this, man, it was really difficult. But we decided to use the services of this Russian guy called Armada Art with 2A. His name is Andrew, and he did a terrific job on this one. I mean, we really enjoyed working with him, and the result is sick.
Oh yeah,
I
it
think.
looks awesome, man. It looks so
Yes, detailization is really good, and the colors and so. And I mean, we described the idea to him, and then gave him a freedom, because usually he works in this brutal genre with gore, for grindcore bands, brutal death. So this like space theme was something different for him. I think it was a step out of his comfort zone, which is a good thing, always for any human. And I'm really happy that he agreed to do this. And I think the result is really, really good. It's solid. I mean, when you take a look at 100 covers put together, I immediately see our cover.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
man.
one of
It's
those.
very different than what other like death metal bands and stuff put out. Like, there's no gore and stuff like you were saying. So it's a good way to stick out.
Exactly.
Just
So
wanted to. Oh, sorry.
yeah. You're good to go.
I just wanted to remind chat that you guys could drop questions, comments, that sort of thing. So shows. What was your? Well, actually, first of all, somebody in chat asked a question. Pizza Sushi Roll is asking: is there a lot of crowd killing style moshing at Dysphoria shows?
Really? Well, yes. I think right now in 2021, our band is the only band that can gather crowd to being able to arrange those mosh pits and crowd killing. I don't know, because nobody plays deathcore anymore, and because our music is saturated with breakdowns, with groovy riffs. I think this is very suitable for people who like mosh to attend our shows and to move around a bit, So yeah, usually when the crowd is good, when they are active, there is a lot of mosh pit going on, and we enjoyed it a lot. But unfortunately, I don't. When I'm on stage, I don't have time to look what's going on. Like in a club, I'm concentrated on playing, and doing all these kind of mathcore, stuff. But yeah, when I watch videos after that, and I see a lot of.
We just lost
see-
you. Oh, there it is. Okay, we
No,
lost
no,
your
it's
video
good.
for a second.
Yeah, so I see a lot of mosh pit going on during our shows, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing, I think.
Hell yeah, man. So what was your best show?
Best show. I think there were a couple of. I don't know, man. Back in 2013, maybe when we were doing like tours in Belarus and Russia for like 10 cities. Things were huge for us at that moment, and I think in St. Petersburg we had a very nice show with some 300 people gathered
Jesus
only for
Christ.
us. Yes,
Wow,
300
just for
people
you.
for us as headliners.
Dude, that's sick.
Yes, it was really nice. And then next show in Moscow, there were some 500 people, but there was also a mixed lineup with some very solid local bands. So, but yeah,
Still
still
though,
500
holy
people.
crap.
Yeah, 500 people is really good. And I think in 2017 we played open air fest somewhere in Ukraine, and I don't know, around 700 people gathered there. It was also a very good crowd, very active and responsive.
Dude, that's
So
awesome,
I think
man.
yeah, there were a lot of good shows, man. I can't really specify just one. Lots of good shows.
Okay. Well, what about your worst show?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, technology failing or like having getting heckled or anything like that. Did anything bad ever happen at shows for you?
Yeah, I think when we were doing our first tour in 2011, we had a great show in Moscow. And next day we were going to some local town near the Moscow, but unfortunately we didn't make it to the hotel and to the apartment that we were supposed to be staying, and we were left, I mean, on the train station for the night.
Oh,
Yes. So after the night on the train station, Max, singer, he lost his voice, so he got sore throat and he couldn't sing. And I think the worst show, the show that we played, like 3 people, just drummer, me, and a bass player. And the city was called Ryazan. Ryazan. It's close to the Moscow. And I mean, people from Russia, they will know. Yeah, that was the worst show. And Max was sitting on the chair. I mean, inside the club and just watching our show. I mean, he was watching the show of his own band, but not singing, not being on stage.
so
He
y'all
was
just
doing
did
all
it
this stuff, like,
instrumentally?
yeah.
So y'all just did
Yeah.
instrumental, like an instrumental set?
Yeah, yes, man. It was the only time that we did instrumental gig. It was crazy, man. Believe it was crazy. But I mean, it was late November. It was really cold, freezing out there in the club, and I don't know. Some 50 people showed up. I think it was a very weird show, and I wouldn't want to repeat it. So yeah, I think that one was the worst.
What's the weirdest place you've ever played?
Weirdest. I think I don't know how to translate it properly in English, but in Saratov city, it's in Russia. There is a club that was it was the booth for electrical transformers. You know, I mean, like a power plant or something. So it's like, yes, like a small building with a yes, with the purpose of supplying electricity. You know, I don't know. I think you
No, I
got the
understand.
idea.
Yeah, we
Yes.
understand.
Yes, but then it was like renovated, all this equipment removed, and they made a club there underground. I think that was the weirdest place.
Dude, that's crazy. Just
Yeah,
takes that
weirdest
much
place.
energy to power your sick jams, man.
Yeah, and inside no ventilation, absolutely no. So we like in 5 minutes you were completely like I don't know,
Drenched, sweaty
yes,
like
drenched
crazy.
with the sweat, sweating like crazy, and inside some 70 people. We felt like in sauna. That was sick. Believe me, weirdest place to have a show.
So, what's it? Oh, I already asked that. Hold on, sorry. So you guys are doing pretty good with your release. Like y'all are getting a lot of attention. I was wondering what you see other bands doing that are like up and coming bands that are doing that. What they're doing wrong, like to in terms of promotion and stuff. How did they get to your to where you guys are?
Uh, I don't know, man. I mean, since 2011, we had a band manager from St. Petersburg. His name was Anton. He had a master's in marketing, and he did a really good job promoting us. I think he created our Facebook page, and so we got these 10K likes there only because of him. So he knew how to promote a band. He also had successful stories with other Russian bands like Change of Loyalty. He was a band manager of that band as well, and he did really a very solid job in marketing. So, but after that, I don't know, man. Promotion is not really my thing. I know that if you pay some money, yeah, you can get these paid advertisement, and companies with big pockets, they can cover like more audience. If you have less money, less audience, I don't know. But if you're a band and if you start playing, I think you need to get a very solid product first. I mean, like an EP or even a single to make it sound really good and unique as much as you can make it, you know, and start from a local audience. Start with your friends, and I mean, the best marketing is viral marketing when you don't need to pay anything to anyone. People just show it to friends, and I think bands should like strive to do this kind of stuff, not just simply putting money into Facebook ads or Instagram and waiting for some wonder to happen, you know.
Yeah. So you guys aren't working with that. I'm sorry. What would you call him? Your promotion guy. Y'all aren't working with him anymore then.
No, not working anymore. At some point, he decided that he needs to start a family. He needs to like build his career. So at that point, around 2014, we all stopped working together, but we are still good friends. And I think he's following our news and releases. So
So
yeah,
y'all
now
did
we're
all the
on our own.
promotion for this on your own then.
Yeah, on our own.
But
It's
you
totally
did so
DIY.
good with it. Like you got a lot of people to check it out, man. Like I didn't know that you guys were a thing until y'all dropped this album, and I saw y'all everywhere when this thing dropped. So y'all must have been
Really?
doing something right.
I don't know, man. I think it's the result of 10 years of being active and the audience that we built. It's small, but it's very trusty. You know, I mean, it's reliable. Maybe it's because of them. I don't know, man.
Okay. So we have one question that we ask everybody here. How do you dress
All
your
right.
hot dogs?
Can you repeat that question, please?
How do you dress your hot dogs? What do you put on your hot dogs?
Hot dogs. uh, Hot dogs. I don't know. I'm more of a burger type guy.
Okay. What do you put on your
I don't
burger?
know. Burger. But usually it's chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, it's chicken, and I don't know, maybe some cheese, some salad. It's a very weird question, you know. I
That's
can't
why I
see how it
ask it.
describes me. I can't see how it describes me as a person.
We had somebody that was in chat for a long time and always asked everybody how they dress their hot dogs. They decided to make it a tradition.
I see.
Are you involved in any other projects? Or is Dysphoria your only thing?
Right now, dysphoria is the only thing because yeah, I literally don't have time for anything else. I have my day job. I have my like personal life. I traveled extensively over last years, so you won't believe it, but we did a full album for this technical death metal project, Hedonistic Auxility, in 2012. I mean, I did all the instrumental thing. I recorded everything, and it's still lying on my laptop.
What? Dude, put it out.
Without vocals. We didn't have enough time to start like this recording process for vocals. Yeah, man, it's crazy. We just don't have time.
That's crazy, man. Put that out at
Mm.
some point. So you guys have CDs and shirts and hats. You want to show some of that?
Yeah, I'm proud of this one.
Look at that. That's fucking nice, man.
Yeah, so again, this was the idea of our singer Max. He decided to make some baseball caps and the snapbacks. I mean, with a flat visor. And at first, I didn't think again that it's a nice idea because I mean a t-shirt, this one.
Hell yeah, dude. That is sick.
Yeah, I mean a t-shirt is a universal product, and everybody buys them. I mean it's easier to sell them, but with the caps, but man, in the end, these weren't so good. I think we sold already something like 20, and for us, it's very nice, like 20 of these
Yeah,
caps.
it's pretty good, man.
Yeah, and you know, from time to time, you need to widen the range of the products that you are offering to your audience. So this was a very nice like change for us.
Alrighty. When's the vinyl happening?
Vinyl, man, it's complicated. I must confess, like a month ago, I started googling about vinyl. In Ukraine, there is no vinyl production, so nobody's pressing vinyls here. Yes, the closest country is Poland. They have this like monotype pressing company, but the queue is 2 months. 2 months, and the cost, man, the cost. I mean, the batch can be starting from 100 vinyls, so it's going to be at least 1,000 euro, and you know, it's for a you're going to sell it for a very very long time, so it's a long term investment.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I'm ready for this now.
I would think that there's like some label that would be interested in putting it out because, like I said, you guys have generated a lot of views and listens and stuff. Like, have you reached out to anybody?
I got a message from Vicious Instinct Records from Australia. The guy who is running this label, his name is Matt. He's a very chill guy. I really appreciate his support. And but I don't know, man. You need to get signed again. So you need to get signed. You need to have some contract where you put all these specifications of your deal, including vinyl pressing. So you can't just ask somebody to press vinyls for you and to cover the cost. You know, at this point, we need to do this by ourselves. But I'm not sure that people are going to buy this. I mean, I googled a lot. Vinyl sales are growing for last 10 years, while CDs sales are actually in decline.
Yeah.
I mean, vinyl, yes, vinyl is a very nice product. It's a very physical. I mean, you have this envelope, you have this heavy vinyl, you know, and it's a good thing. You have this huge artwork. You can actually like see some details of this one. I mean, it's nice.
I've sold
been
more
thinking
vinyl
about
than
it.
CDs of my music.
Really?
Yeah. It sells really well.
Man, I need to reconsider. Yeah, and I asked in Instagram. I asked people who were buying our CDs. I asked of their opinion. What about vinyls? I can't say that I got some positive replies about this one. I mean, people are buying CDs. Right, but vinyls, I think it's more for die-hard fans or something. So I'm not sure that we're going to sell at least 20, or over the next year.
Oh,
So this
I'm
is
sure
why
you would. 100%. You would definitely sell more than 20.
I
100%.
don't know, man. Maybe I don't like risk.
So, what was the last album you listened to?
I think it was Within the Ruins, their 2010 album called what's the name of that
I
album? I
don't.
don't
I
know.
don't remember. But okay, so
Maybe yeah, with the songs like "Behold the Harlot" or "Invade" or "Omen." No, not "Omen." I don't know, man. We had this band gathering, 2 days before, and we listened to a shitload of old music like Whitechapel, "This Is Exile," this like
okay.
cult album classic, and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, I think Within the Ruins and Whitechapel were like the last albums that I listened to.
Okay. What was your album of the year for 2020?
Of course, it's Beneath the Massacre, man. Beneath the Massacre. I
Okay.
mean, we are die-hard fans of Beneath the Massacre band. We visited two shows. Their shows in 2011 in Moscow. Me and the singer went to Moscow. It was amazing. I mean, the crowd was weak, but sound was like okay, so. But their stage presence is sick. I mean, Elliot is such a huge and powerful vocalist, and his presence. Oh man, that was amazing, really. So we repeated this in 2019, late 2019. They had a show in Berlin because they were like reviving from sleep, preparing for release of their new album, and they were doing this European tour. So we decided that Berlin would be a nice place to like hang around and visit their show. It was amazing, man. When they started to play their new single, uh, damn, I forgot the I forgot the name of the track,
It's
but he
all
has
good,
a
man.
lot of like crazy tapping, And Chris, the guitar player, was delivering everything perfectly right in front of you. Man, these were like impressions for the whole life. Believe me, these are like the sweetest memories I got from the 2019. It was crazy.
And then we had the year 2020 where everything just went to shit.
Yeah, for some people, yeah.
So that's about all I had to talk about, unless you had something else you wanted to bring up.
I don't know, man.
Alrighty. I'll just move up to the outro then. So, if you like a bit of tech with your core, check out Dysphoria's ridiculously good album, Primal Entropy, which came out back in November. You guys are on Spotify, all the streaming websites, Bandcamp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Are there any other plugs I'm missing?
I don't know, man. Instagram and Facebook are like the most active social medias for us. So, yeah, you're good with that.
Alrighty. As for me, drop my channel a follow so you always know when I go live. You can also sub to get access to the interviews before they hit YouTube and streaming services, as well as exclusive emotes, which I'm dropping right there. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. YouTube, folks, if you enjoyed this, please drop a like, tickle the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. It's a great way to support me for free. Check out my music, The Sound That Ends Creation, at thesoundthatenscreation.bandcamp.com. My next guest is Oregon-based mathcore band. I guess we lost. Oh, there he is.
No.
My next
You
guest
haven't.
is Oregon-based mathcore band Foes. Join us this Wednesday, the 13th at 7 p.m. Central, right here at twitch.tv/The Cast That Ends Creation for the live cast. Thanks for being here, Alex. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. Thanks for the opportunity to be here, to talk to you, to answer some questions, because it doesn't happen much. And I think at least English-speaking audience, they will appreciate the info that they got from me in the name, like speaking in the name of the band. Yeah, I hope it will do a good thing for the band and for its future.
Oh,
Thank
hell
you,
yeah,
man.
man. You guys are always welcome back. Thank you guys for watching and listening.